Good evening, sir.
Hello, hi, good evening.
Hi, sir. This is Bhushan, and sir, just wanted to know, is there any presentation that you wanted to show?
Yes,
Okay, okay, sir. So, like, if it's fine, you can also, email me the presentation. So, I will have a copy if anything happens.
so Bhusan, the only problem is that I have not sanitized it. It has a lot of things from my clients and my company, so I cannot send it to you. I will uh, sanitize it and send the PDF copy after this call.
No worries, sir. It's perfectly fine.
uh, because what happens, a lot of logos and names are there, so generally without their permission we should not share, but that is the reason. Okay, but tell me, can you just check whether you can two things here, because I'm using Google Meet, right? Because generally we are more into the team or Microsoft world, but Google Meet, I can share. Let's do a check. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm doing the entire screen. Okay. Uh, so can you see my presentation? Hello.
Yes, sir. I can see your presentation.
Okay, okay. So if I have to play some videos, is there a separate tab, or it automatically takes the sound of the system?
So you try playing a video which you want to play, like you can open another screen, but we can still see your screen over here. So that's not an issue. We can try.
So generally, what happens in team is that, or even for the WebEx, so this is the two tool we use. Because what happens is that when you are sharing, you have to indicate whether you there is a checkup box. Let me play a one. Let's see if you are able to say it. I
So,
Can you hear?
so we can hear it, but the voice is very low. The
Oh,
sound is
no,
very
no,
low.
that is the reason. So that is for what I'm saying. And there should be some way out. 1 minute. Uh, I'm just thinking there should be some way out. You have to share the sound of the system. Then 1 minute. Let's stop sharing and start it again. Let's see if I can get that. This one, more options, setting, full screen, visual, use a phone, report. So in setting, what is there? Nothing. General, captions, video. Okay. Just video lighting. Okay, I can put it. Now, let me share again if it is asking enter screen. I, I don't see anything.
So just give me a moment. I'll check it out.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you? So I'm just asking you, is there an option in Google Meet?
Yes, sir. Just give me a moment. I'm figuring it out. Just give me a second. I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah. So in Google Meet, I'm just thinking, let me stop sharing. Present now. Turn off. Hi, Harris.
Uh,
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good you joined. I just sent you messages and then I said कि आपका शायद कोई दूसरा मीटिंग तो नहीं है बट सैटरडे होना तो नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं सर, सैटरडे लकीली यस कुछ सैटरडे नहीं है. एक्चुअली आपको मैं बताया नहीं. आई एम डूइंग ए पीएचडी, सो sometime I do have to work in Saturday, Sundays for the research work.
PhD from where? Which university?
I am Nagpur, sir.
Nagpur.
The new IIM which has been
Yeah,
created.
yeah, yeah. Chaliye, good. Thanks for joining here, taking time out.
Right, sir. No, no. It is my opportunity and my privilege. I think communication default. What is this?
So some overview of industry 4.0 was given by Kundan.
Yep, yep. So
Okay, but
I'm
that
not going.
was more like a overview only. And if you are able to give us some more insight, it'll be
Right.
good. Like actual how industry is looking at it from that point of view. Some live
So
examples.
so Haris, what I have done actually is that I'm giving everything from an LTI perspective. Okay.
Okay.
What are the work we are doing for Industry 4.0, how we are driving transformation of 4.0, because I know he gave some presentation. I know that he must have covered what is 4.0. These are all basics, so I'm not covering any basics.
But as I told you, but it was only a overview, very very broad overview.
Okay.
It was not industry specific and examples and वो नहीं था.
No, I will give you a lot of use cases. That is the reason. So whatever I have tried my best to make it interesting, and but as we go, we'll see, sir.
चलिए, good. Let us see. So we just wait for the others. 4:30 sharp we start.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Bhusan.
Yes, sir.
Let's check another time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Uh,
actually, if the volume is full from your side, like of your computer, then we would be able to hear the the sound of the video.
okay. So no problem, no problem. Let's see because I think so. What happens is that in let me play this. This is again Bhusan or Haris sir. If when people joins, if you can give a little bit, I have to say I
So
thought
we will introduce 4:30. We will Rajesh, our he's a senior employee of our company. He will
right,
introduce you. Okay, and thereafter we just hand over to you.
right,
And
sir.
after you finish at 40, whatever, 35, 40 minutes, 40, 45 minutes you finish, then we open the floor for question answer.
Yeah, yeah. So Bhusan,
Yes, sir.
just see, can you hear the sound now? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's very low actually. Hari sir, are you able to hear? Because I am at the
I am
factory.
able to hear. I am able to hear Rajan very clearly, very
Okay,
loud and clear.
no
But
problem. Then no problem.
I'm at the factory, so I might be.
But why you are not able to hear, Bhushan? Then that means other people also will not be able to hear.
No, sir. Actually, the problem is I am at Unit 2, so I am at the factory working side by side.
Oh. ठीक है. So we'll check with Rajesh. Rajesh is at Unit 1, right?
Even HR ma'am is there at Unit 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Asmita, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Voice is very clear. No
Okay.
problem.
Good.
Sorry.
Your voice is off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. I was saying that I have put two videos to explain how sometimes something is happening from a smart factories or organization perspective.
ठीक है.
3 minutes, sir. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
wait.
Good evening, sir. Rajesh here from Charo Technologies. So you're on mute.
Hey, good evening.
Hi, sir.
Hey, thank you.
We'll just wait for one more minute because I think one or two people have not joined.
Right, sir. No problem. No problem.
Rajesh, could you ask Abhimanyu and Hemant also to join?
Yeah, I'll just check.
No, so a curious
Or
question.
Bhushan, can you call them up, please, on my behalf?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Haris sir, a very curious question. And so, Saturday is working in Janyutech or Saturdays?
Yes. We are stationed in Vasai, which
Okay.
is a suburb of Bombay, and we operate from our factory.
Okay.
So Saturday is working. It's not a BKC or South Bombay office. So you can imagine. And most of our customers are plants. We are
Yes.
dealing with people who are into brick and mortar, not the IT companies.
Yes.
So IT companies can afford to work Monday to Friday, but not us.
I got you. No,
No, I mean, I'm not saying that for L&T Infotech. I'm only saying difference between IT companies and us.
no, sir. There is one point, and there is also another point. There is a difference between the generation to this X generation also.
Yeah.
But
So
that is
there
a
is a
separate topic.
no. We have the Gen X also with us. One of our directors is a Gen X. He is
Yes. Yes.
2000 2013 pass out.
Right.
Okay. So he's 5 years, no, yeah, 5, 6, 7 years out of the college.
Yeah.
And the other director, Mr. Abhimanyu, will just join us. He is almost like me, uh, some years younger to me.
Right.
Rajesh here is some years younger to me.
Right.
Of course, he looks much more younger, not not like me, with lost all hair.
And Rajesh, you are based in Mumbai.
Same, all
Yes,
of
sir.
them are also Vasai.
I'm based in Vasai only. Our factory office is here.
So how is the big is this factory?
Area-wise, if you say it's around 7,000 square feet,
Okay.
and we have a separate office as well, around 2,000 square feet. That's two total different units.
And you also manufacture robots.
So it's mostly assembly, Rajan. What we do is we buy everything from our suppliers, vendors,
Yeah.
and more of it is assembly here and factory testing before it is dispatched to the customer.
Okay.
And plus we have a service wing, so we have offices in many places. So we carry out service from those offices, in the sense robot as a service, RAAS.
Yeah. No, that's very important. I went through your sites because you are doing a lot of robots for a lot of different domains. Even defense, I saw you guys are working with a lot of transformation happening. I think you are in the right path, sir.
Let's see. The industry, slow to uptake the new technologies.
Yeah. But the problem is that everyone is focused on P and L. And boss, sir, you are the CEO of a company, the Tata Group, you will know. So finally, what happens? I will tell you, quote unquote, one of our CEO's comments. Unless the share price and the financials are not correct, his job will go in 3 months. So finally, everyone is busy. If you are a public company, how to make your P&L for this
No,
quarter.
that is a problem. It's not easy for a CEO to offer many new things for development or try out anything. He tries out whatever is most trusted for last 10, 20, 30 years, whatever has been working. We can only try that because I cannot afford to lose my job in 3 months' time. Simple.
Yes. Yes.
And then 3 months time, I need to show that my profit is growing, my sales is growing, my cost is coming down. Whatever I happens, yes, some use cases where we could show that you will recover your money in 8 months time, 1 year time. There, the CEO is able to take a decision.
Yes. Right. I also sometimes feel that every organization wants 20% growth. So sometimes we are also only growth mindset. That is also a problem. Everyone cannot grow 20%.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. But what to do?
What to do?
The board and the shareholders decide.
Yes. Right. That is true.
Chalo, I think we will
Yeah.
start, Rajesh. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Rajan sir, just give me 2 minutes to introduce
Yep.
you.
Yep.
In fact, your biodata is quite large and brief in much detail. I'll have to just, nothing can be excluded actually. A lot of achievements are there. I'll try to make it brief. So good evening everyone and welcome to this today's session of Saturday Talk. We are privileged to have Shri Rajan Tripathi ji with us today. And by profession, currently is working with L&T as a principal director and delivery head. He is with L&T Infotech from last 13 years, from 2009. He has done his BE in production and the Masters of Management from School of Management, IIT Bombay. He has having 25 plus years of dynamic career in technology leadership, end-to-end IT ownership, large program management, manufacturing excellence, innovation management, brand relationships, and consulting. About his profile, there are a lot of points, but he's a versatile and good oriented professional with skills in achieving business objectives through technical leadership and business acumen. Thought Leadership published white paper on getting best out of supply chain optimization in leading technological websites, that is www.knowledgestorm and as well as bitpipe.com. He has been mentoring students and team members across the community for their self-development, particularly in IT space. He is teaching in leading management institute in Pune for IT-related topics and contributing in SJM, SOM, IIT Bombay in multiple initiatives of IIT alumnus. He has received many awards, including LTI CEO Award for the best managed program in L&T Infotech. His contribution to IT industry is strategic IT leadership and business planning, end-to-end IT initiatives and transformation, digital leadership, smart manufacturing, turnaround specialist, alliance management. He is also helping in CSR, Rotary International with IT education and e-waste management. So such a versatile personality we have today for today's topic, and he is going to enlighten us about the industry trend in smart manufacturing. Rajan sir, over to you. Thank you.
Now, thank you, everyone. I just want to add whatever Ajay said because it was my my profile, which generally I give it to my customers. So I sent it because I don't want to create a new one. But I just want to tell you that my hobby is reading. I read a lot of books. Currently, I am actually started a research on smart manufacturing's impact on the uh, the MSME sector in India. Also, I like to teach. I was a teacher for my leadership institute in Lonavala, and uh, I stay in Pune. Very easy person, and that is what. So let me start with a quick let me share my screen. uh, anytime if you are having any difficulty to hear me, let me know. So see, today I'm going to talk on industry 4.0 smart manufacturing, or sometimes people say digital manufacturing trends and some of the use cases. I'm not going to explain you what is Industry 4.0. I'm assuming that you all know it. You know what smart manufacturing is. My focus will be more from a practical or practitioner point of view. I'm going to tell you how at L&T Infotech LTI we are working and helping some of our customers so that you can get a viewpoint on Industry 4.0 and digital manufacturing. So, as I am from L&T Group, I will just keep you maybe 2 minutes on my company because I get my paycheck from L&T and I want to tell you what L&T is a little bit. Then we'll go to industry trends, driving Industry 4.0 adoption. Then LTI digital journey. It includes the platform, tools, the processes we have built, and some of the selected success stories is in LTI or LTI clients. As coming to the overview, again, you all guys know L&T. It is a $22+ billion company, and after graduation, I joined and L&T as a design engineer. I was working for design of the turbines for General Electric. So I feel I'm proud to work in a company which makes all tallest, highest, complex things in the world. If you go to Mumbai airport, go to the tallest statue in Vadodara, or if you go to, we are creating a nuclear fusion reactor for France, or anything you see in India, you can see a name of L&T. And if anybody of you are coming to Chennai, let me know. We have a beautiful digital museum showcasing our work in all over the world. Coming to LTI, LTI is a 2.1 billion company as per the FY22 result. It is one of the fastest growing company in India. Our market cap has grown 10x in last 5 years. One of the growing company. At the bottom, if you see it here, I just put my. So if you see the bottom here, this is mainly about our manufacturing vertical. So our main focus on 3 areas. One is converged operations. So because this is also a little bit interesting, so I will tell you what is converged operations. Converged operations because is little different from regular operations. Regular operations means you are supporting a IT landscape of a client or a company, and if there is any defect or there is a down of a server or there is some issues has been reported, then you go and fix it. So that is the conventional operations. But when we talk about converged operations, what we are talking about is that the operations is converged to the business. One of the key problems in industry or IT support is that there will be different towers. Like robotics, you will have a tower. There will be a tower for ERP. There will be a tower for financial systems. So if any problem happens in some business processes, nobody understand and where to go. So the communication and gap and the coordination between the 2 towers is always a challenge. So we have a converged operations model, and that converged operation model is nowadays moving towards a productized IT model. I know if you guys have read some of the articles, productized IT model is again little ahead of the agile models or DevSecOps model, which we are giving. I'm not going there. I'm just giving a little bit brief to you. Also, we do a lot of tech estate modernization. So you talk of any company, it may be Tata Group, it may be Reliance, or it may be General Electric, or it may be even companies like Apple and Google, all have some tech debt. So also we do a lot of tech debt reduction by modernization, APR, all that. And finally, there is a digital transformation. So like connected products, experience transformation, Industry 4.0, AI infused enterprises. So these are some of the different digital transformation we work. So this is quickly a little bit about LTI. I will skip this. This is LTI has taken over Mindtree. So from December 1st, we are going to be LTI Mindtree, becoming a here. This actually gives a synergy, a snapshot of both companies. As then coming to the connected or smart manufacturing, what we are saying as a L&D. Why I'm telling about LTI is that, again, we are a service company. We have to be aligned to the industry trends. Otherwise, no one will come to LTI to get some IT services or IT consulting. So if you understand what LTI is doing, at least you will get some idea what is happening practically in smart manufacturing space. So let's see what we are doing. We want to create a value at the intersections of domains manufacturing, digital engineering, and smart technologies to accelerate digital transformation. And how we are doing it? We are doing it in 3 ways. We are focusing on smart manufacturing. Again, when I say smart manufacturing, it can be smart factories, it can be smart building, it can be smart automobiles, it can be smart workplace. Anything I'm assuming as a manufacturing. Also, there is a connected solutions. So connected assets, connected batteries, connected automobiles, all that, and there is a smart spaces. So these are few of the areas we are working. And from a L&T's Industry 4.0, again, it is a busy slide. I'm not going, and we have around 2,000 plus people working. We have a lot of 90 plus clients, and we are working for all this company, starting from Snyder, Rockwell, and Siemens, all that. These are this technology company, our partners. These are some of the our asset management partners, and these are some of the digital technology partners. Because of when you talk about smart manufacturing, as you know, you cannot forget about the hyperscalers like AWS or Microsoft or Google, and some of the smart manufacturing players like PTC, Aveva, all that. So this is a quick introduction. And again, any questions, please free to ask me question. Let me go to the industry trend. So again, this is available in a public domain. If you see, we are expecting that there will be 14.7 billion on machine-to-machine connections by 2023. We're expecting 29 billion connected devices. Currently, it is around 18 billion directly related to IoT. 71.9% of the North American manufacturers have a sustainability policy in place. As you know, everyone wants to become a carbon neutral by 2030, 2040. So a lot of focus on sustainability. 83% are developing one on some of the policies. 85% of the industrial segment customers consider service-led or outcome-driven business model as a top priority. As Haris sir was saying, robotics as a service, similarly, whole world is moving to a service or outcome-driven business model. So nobody wants to get some equipments or get something. Everyone wants a service. And so this is where everyone is moving. But when you are moving to a service-oriented structure, then again your technology, your support mechanism, your landscape need to be changed. Then there is a 5G. Mr. Modi unveiled the 5G in India. Again, 5G is one of the top important use cases, is mainly for your AR, augmented reality, and virtual reality, and connection of IoT devices. 95% of the clouds USD of the clouds USD 600 billion value. This shows that everyone wants to move it to cloud. But and there is a reason for it, because everyone moves to cloud, because no one wants that if I am giving a service or if I want to monetize my data, or I want to give end-to-end ownership, then I don't want to bog down my issues in my servers, data centers, and how to upgrade it, how to manage it, and all that. So that is the reason, and all the businesses are now moving to cloud, so that it gives me time and focus on what I want to do. So this is the trend, and with this trend, and what is happening is that, let's come to this side, right side, and what is happening. And so this gives a start. Now let me come to the actual what is happening. So we are working on a factory of the future. So increase uses of autonomous mobile robots, AMRs, augmented analytics, digital twin, and different IoT-enabled supply chain processes is all that we are talking now. And you must have heard this pandemic has given a lot of challenges. And I will tell you some of my clients. Johnson Control is a client to me. Carrier is a client to me. These are a global HVAC manufacturer. And because of this pandemic, there is a huge supply chain issues are there. And supply chain issues means, I will tell you guys, I want to explain you. Suppose in a bill of material, if you're manufacturing a HVAC equipment, HVAC means nothing but the air conditioning or heat conditioning equipments. Then if there is one parts which is supplied from China is not there, you are stuck. And 6 months back, Johnson Control had 2 billion work in process inventory. So I have a big a pipeline of orders. I'm not able to supply the orders because my production is stuck, because I cannot get some of the key parts because China is locked down. So what, and this is also a major driver. So what is important is how your supply chain is flexible and can be adjusted. So this factory of the future, this is getting accelerated as we are seeing with our clients. Product as a service, we discussed, everything is moving from a product as a service. Scania is one of our client. Scania manufactured trucks and buses in Europe. They are not calling it as an automobile company. They are calling it as a mobility solution company. So when I move to a mobility solution, then what happens is that a truck is not a product. Now I'm selling a service of mobility. Then what happens is that your truck is important, your truck connectivity is important, your truck health is important. So a lot of things comes as a periphery. So there is a product as a service, as also comes with its own challenges, and we have to prepare. We have to augment our landscape infrastructure and all the peripheral IT systems. Coming to the connected space trending, and as you know, we all are working from home. May not be a lot of people. There is a need of sanitization. There is a need of remote working. There is a need of touchless working. That is one of the trends going on throughout the world. Then there is also increased focus on sustainability because this the need of the climate is there. So actually everyone is moving from green to a sustainable manufacturing. And they're saying that, or sometimes I call it as, I know everyone call it as a circular economy, because you have to reduce, you have to reuse, you have to recycle, recover, design, and remanufacture. So the economy becomes circular so that your wastage is minimized. Accelerated adoption of renewables, electric vehicles, energy storage, and convergence of the Industry 4.0 and ESG goals. So this gives a snapshot of the for happening. Let me go ahead. I will. So let me define you H per me or H per LTI. What is a smart manufacturing? Again, this is not a theoretical definition. I'm trying to give you a practical definition. So what is smart factory? Smart factory has an intelligent machine. They have a connected worker. They have a connected material. And on one side, because you have to do the engineering design and you have to create the bill of material, all that, and the design part. And finally, once you produce the product, it needs to be shipped to the customer, used by the customer. So service, sales and service part of this. So this was the smart manufacturing core or scope. Now, also now I added three things. I cannot only work with a smart factory. I need a smart warehousing management. I need a smart inbound supply chain, because you must have heard about the concept called JIT. Nowadays, if you're doing a JIT and you have a partners, then you cannot keep materials. It need to be completely connected so that they knows that when I need a material, if there is any issues, there is a loop is completed. Also from a outbound side, the shipment, the logistics, the uh, uh, all this is warranty, all that comes here. So my smart factory is now a little bit extended. It is extended towards the inbound architect, inbound supply chain and outbound supply chain. Now let me little bit. So again, what is happening is that it is not enough to have a smart factory. It is not enough to have a inbound supply chain. I need to connect between my design, my factories, machines, my customer feedback or complaint or service, my connect materials, my workers, and there should be a digital thread. So again, know what is the impact to the other. So this digital thread again, and this digital thread you have to establish, which is also part of the smart factory. Again, digital twins, and as you know, digital twins is nothing but it is a replica of what is happening physically, right? So I should have a, so what will happen is that I should have a replica, or I should have a virtual virtual incarnations of my physical world, so that I understand what is happening. I can take the actions on that. Right? So all whole, and there is a, I'll tell you, there is a foundation layer. So there is a IoT sensors, there are connectivity, there is a analytics, there is human robots, human-centric experiences, culture, proactive change management. So this is a base. So this is what I call it smart manufacturing or smart digital manufacturing. And hope I'm able to explain you in a little different way. I'm not going theoretical. I'm trying to tell you of practically what we are doing. Now, let me get into a little deeper in this smart manufacturing and what people are doing. People are trying to, again, I will tell you, this is a very a complex question, because smart manufacturing is not a ERP. Smart manufacturing is not one thing. Smart manufacturing, and as of today, is lot of things. So for someone who is like Johnson and Johnson, it is a pharmaceutical company, quality is important for me. So I have implemented some of the digital quality type of solution, or vision type of quality vision type of solution on. If I'm a company like L&T, who is working on construction projects, then I have to have connected vehicles, I have to have connected workers, I have to track what they are doing. If I am a Chevron and I have a oil company, then I have to understand how much oil is getting extracted, at any data from that can be used, refining, and so on and so on. So we can't say that smart manufacturing is one, and accordingly, there are multiple platforms available. So what happens is that everyone does it which gives best value to him or his business. In that context, let me explain you this diagram. So this gives the supply chain, starting from the logistic to inventory management, manufacturing, supply chain, marketing, sales, and service. So digital thread, this has to be there throughout. Why we have not shown it in logistic? Because generally we are saying that, and in logistic, if it is a so we have to have a connected system, culture, processes across all these towers. Then material tracking, digital command center, track and trace, dynamic sequencing, visual factory. So if you see, when I talk of smart manufacturing, it has a lot of things. It has digital part sales, predictive maintenance, remote monitoring, field sales training, predictive analysis of failures, touchless access, digital work instructions, autonomous vehicles, smart healthy buildings, so 3D printing. So everything becomes your smart manufacturing ecosystem. And I will tell you as I go. So what is happening is that no industry can start everything with a big bang. So everyone prioritize their smart manufacturing work. We have seen that everyone start with visibility. Everyone start with a transparency and visibility. Once they have a visibility across their organization or manufacturing plants, they go for a overall OEE, equipment efficiencies. Then they focus on quality. Then they go for maintenance or something like that. Okay, because it is fine. So now I will give an example of an automotive value chain. So generally, again, don't tell me right and wrong. And Haris sir is there, he's an expert in automobile. I don't want to get into, but this is a pictorial depiction of a automotive value chain. So what happens in automotive value chain? There is a powertrain, engine, all that is there. There is a body, a shop. You have to manufacture this. There is a main assembly, and there are different things there. Okay. So this is a typical automotive value chain. But what is happening? The top portion of the powertrain is getting replaced by the battery and electric motor value chain. And once, because I am moving to electric vehicles, if I'm moving to electric vehicles, then my focus will go to lithium-ion batteries. I have to go to brushless direct current motors, because if it is a battery driven, and you have to have a DC motor. You cannot work on a AC motor, right? So then what is happening is that the smart manufacturing's scope is also changing. So what my message is that as we work, it is not only we have to focus on the present, but we have to also focus on the future so that I can align my smart manufacturing to the what is happening in future trends in the technology. Then this is again a simple slide. So whatever happens, we are discussing with Haris sir earlier. Whatever happens, sorry. Whatever happens, one of the important thing is that as an organization, you have to have a revenue, you have to have a cash flow, you have to have some sustainability or EHS environment impact. So your smart manufacturing or your digital manufacturing cannot go beyond this. So whatever we do, we have to have some eye to our revenues, cash flows, and some of our sustainability objectives. So that is what I discussed. I will now, so Johnson Control is one of my client. I'm working with them for last 9 years. And this is a HVAC company. So they have created a platform called OpenBlue. So OpenBlue is what? It is a complete connected solutions for all your utility equipments, all your safety and security. Hey, and this is smart. So it creates a smart building. So if you go, they have already implemented in one of the airports in New York. Or if you go to the go and search, you will see that if an employee is coming every day at 9 a.m. somewhere, someday he comes at 10 p.m. in the night, it sends the alert. So lot of intelligence has been inbuilt to the building, starting from safety, security, maintaining the temperatures, everything. Right? So that is becoming a blueprint of the future. What is the time? It is 5:08. I have a quick video I want to show you. Just a glimpse. I don't want to get into a big thing.
Take a look at this place.
So this is their this is a client. So let me stop this. I want to also this is I'm trying to show you what companies are doing. Eaton is one of our client. Eaton is a big manufacturing company, And I just want to tell you what their manufacturing.
Audio is okay?
Yeah.
Rajan, we are not able to hear anything in this video.
Okay, okay. Then fine, fine. So I will. I'll just give you this. Give you the
You
gist.
give us a gist of, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a case study, so no problem. Let's go. So this is about Eaton and Harris Eaton, and so Eaton is again a big organization, manufacturing organization. So this is their motto. Or they want to bring a lot of digital future at any company. Even Tata Motors is moving to a electric vehicle. Mahindra has also started. So every company is moving to a digital, smart way of work. Okay. So I have the case study. I will tell you. So let me tell you a little bit of interesting thing. So with all these trends in LTI, what we offer, again, we offer a factory of the future. So we have an integrated visibility, a software or tool or application. We have asset performance management, connected assets, quality inspection, predictive maintenance, worker safety and productivity, and overall equipment efficiency optimization. So these are some of our expertise in smart manufacturing. When it comes to the connected solution, we do almost everything. We do connected construction, we do connected life science laboratories. We're working with Johnson and Johnson. We do connected fleet. We have done connected fleet for Scania, and we have also done connected fleet for Honda America for their only testing, and connected industrial assets, connected workforce, a lot of things like, and also working in smart space. Yes. Let me also come to a little bit at how our smart manufacturing strategy is. So at LTI, when we talk about smart manufacturing, we talk about a smart manufacturing or advanced manufacturing enterprise. And in this enterprise, this is the base layers. This is the plants, physical assets, facilities, worker. On that, you have the visibility layer. This is the SCADA machines, PLCs, historians, MES systems, laboratory information systems, barcode, utilities, buildings, small tools. This is the visibility layer. And there is a foundation layer. This is a foundation layer. There is a fact data lake. There is a intelligent is machine for artificial intelligence. There is device management. There is plant integration bus, rules engine. So this is a foundation layer. Then there is an integration layer. So unless these are all have their own towers, so there is an integration layer. And on that integration layer, we work on asset side, because maximum smart manufacturing focus currently is on assets, because everyone want to get the return on investment, increase the productivity. If so, this is very important. That also we are working on the integrated subfloor operations like closed loop quality, CV-based inspection, operations prognostics, and on and on. and then worker safety and productivity. So this is what we call it as as digital manufacturing end to end for us. And also this is also important. And so I told you, you can't become a digital manufacturing organization overnight. It is not possible financially. No CEOs will allow you to spend $5 billion and take a risk and do a big bang program, which is never ending. And a lot of failures, a lot of changes can happen. So what we see is that first it starts with the foundation layer. Once we have all the mapping done, standardization is done, we have created the assets framework, we have created the IoT framework, so we do the foundation layer first. Then then there is the OT IT convergence, that is operations to IT convergence, and integration happens. Once the integration happens, then and we focus on assets for performance management. Then once performance assets are productivity is there, we focus on integrated operations. And once operations is integrated, then we move to a digital thread or advanced manufacturing. So this is the step-by-step industry. We are calling it as a X.O canvas. So this is where we move from one step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for all our clients. So it is a step-by-step approach. And this is another point, and this is our L&T Next platform. So this platform was created for L&T construction. So it has a connected mines, it has a connected utility, connected manufacturing, connected construction, transport logistics, O&M, and intelligent web bridge. So all these are there. This has been converted into 4 products: Asset Next, Worker Next, Geospatial Next, and Metal Next. And again, this is the foundation services. And L&T Next platform. And this I will tell you, Harris, this is an interesting case. If you come to Chennai, I will show you how we have moved to a smart company. So construction is again a very, very brick and mortar. Okay, construction means you go and put a foundation, put 5 machines, 1,000 worker, get some cement, bricks, XYZ. Or if you are constructing a factory or a petrochemical factory or anything, again, construction is a very brick mortar. So we have converted that brick and mortar to a intelligent work. So all our factories now has a robotic welding. So you don't have to go to the shop floor. You can sit at your own place and welding can happen. And again, I'm not telling you it is 100%. Okay, this a lot of POCs are happening. Some plants are completely doing robotic welding. Some people are doing it manually because, again, welding is a complicated thing. It has to be certified. So this is a product which has been developed. But more interesting thing is that how we went through this. This is very important. We didn't achieve this overnight. First, we started with a discovery. So we shortlisted equipments. We did the selection of KPIs. We did the off-the-shelf device setup because a lot of devices is required. And I will tell you, there is another case where I'm working. It is there. Then we did it first equipment and on June 2016. First batching plant and got digitalized on December 2016. Then we did all the gateway implementation. Then in 2018, in the 2000 and of these assets got digitalized. Then we first Webris got digitalized. Then 5,000 of our sites got digitalized. Then we focus on DigiSets. Even we have now digitalized our solar panels, solar power plants, which we have. So what point I'm trying to drive is that, again, digital manufacturing looks very simple, but because there are a lot of moving parts, it is not possible to become a smart factory 100% anytime. So this starts the journey, and this gets built up with one equipment, one plant, go to the next plant, like that. So that is the way we have moved in our smart manufacturing journey. It is 5:20, so let me go a little first. And this is the outcome. So once we are at 2021, and we can do some monetization, because we have now everything digitalized. We have a lot of data in our system. If I want to digitalize or monetize some of the things, I can do it. Let me give an example of another. This is a connected batteries. We are working with one of our client, Clarios. Again, Clarios is one of the largest manufacturer of batteries in the world. And they manufacture one battery out of 3 in the world. But acid-lead batteries, they're not into big player in lithium, and they're more acid-lead batteries. So these connected batteries, as we speak, we have done one truck. Next 2-3 weeks, we are going to have the connected battery in 5 trucks POC, and we have a target to do 100 trucks in US. We are doing it in Mexico. This proof of concept is going on, pilot is going on. So we are planning to have 100 trucks by March. Once we do 100 trucks, we get all the intelligence or all the things, then we'll convert it into a product for our client. But what is important is that how we went. Again, the same philosophy we go. We went with a discovery, we did pilot, we did a rollout. Then once you did the rollout, important is how to sustain it. Because if you are giving it as a product as a service, then how it will be serviced, how you will charge, all that will come. Then once you have to upgrade, you have to modernize. So this is again a cycle process. And once everything done, then and how to monetize. Once you have the data, suppose Clarios has the data of their 30 million, or I'm not saying that there is maybe 60 million of the batteries, then how to monetize it? Can I create another service as which I can sell it, saying that at the 100% health of a battery or something like that. So that happens. This is the cycle. And again, when we go, we started with the sensors, batteries. Then we worked on gateways, platforms, vehicles, business use cases. Now, once we have done, then we'll go for a data as a service. You guys are already in a robotic in a service, platform as a service, and API servitization also, because once I have a standard API, it can work for any battery of any make and any flip. So it can be API servitization also. So this is the story of batteries. Quickly, as time is running out, this is Clarios. So we have done a lot of work in smart manufacturing. It is my client. I had this is engagement, and we have done a lot of things. This is an operational intelligence. Again, operational intelligence, we are using the PTC ThinkWorks platform, and the MuleSoft is the integration and platform, and they have Maximo for their plant maintenance, Infinity QS, GeoProphecy, SAP is there, SAP Kronos is there, HR system, Nozility is their demand planning. So what we have done done their first US pilot plant. Then we rolled out this to their pilot plant, and then we have done the predictive analytics for the improvement areas. Okay, because I'll quickly down maybe. So we have done a lot of things. We have done on enterprise reporting, after sales analytics, manufacturing analytics, which is OEE, category management, product mix analysis. All this we have done it. So a typical dashboard looks like this. You can have asset uptime, cycle time, OTIF, scrap, line OEE. So this is a production line overview. Again, this platform, if you ask any questions, so if you ask something, you can type it your question, and it will extract the data and give you the answer. So it is a conversational analytics implemented here. And this is what we acquired a company with that technology. Coming to the next one is Eaton. Already I told you we are working with Eaton. So OEE is one of the key ones. So OEE improved by 10 to 15%, and maintenance reduction by 12%. So these are adherence to standard operating procedures 100%. So we did this. We defined the digital strategies. We worked to improve the OEE. We work to improve the productivity, and this is still going on. So I showed you the video of, so this is a collaboration between PTC, LTI, and Eaton. And coming to the next one, I'm watching my watch. It is 5:30. This is the Eaton. I'm not going in only a 2 cent here. This is a Chani. Smart manufacturing cannot be a instant project. It is journey. So you start with 1 plant, 2 plant, 5 plant, and currently we have done it for 45 plants. So it is a journey. It has to go, takes its own time. You have to learn, and you have to complete the feedback loop every time. So this is another interesting story. This is the last one I want to tell you. This is, we are working with Otis. Okay, so this is a Otis study. And this happened. And so a few months back in one of the hospital in California, one of the elevator broke down at 3 a.m. in the night. And because it's broke down, because now all elevators are connected, it sends a signal to the platform, and platform routed it to the service engineer. And service engineer, because it is engineer, went to the hospital, and hospital reception said that no, there is no, we have no complaint and identified or assigned by anybody or initiated by anybody that there is the elevator is down. So this service worker said that no, there is the elevator has been down. I got a message from the machine, and when they went, they found that the elevator is down. So this is what we are saying: proactive, real-time communication and predictive. So we are the partner. We have done it. This is for the Otis, and this also we have done on their field service transformation, real-time communication, predictive insights. Also, this is a journey we started in 2017. Currently, we are at 2021 with 200,000 units and 20 plus countries connected. So that is all, Aris. I took a little more time. It is 5:29.
Yeah. Thank you. This was an interesting one. There are some questions. We can go, please.
Yeah,
the
good evening.
forum is open for
Abhimanyu here, sir. Yeah. See, I have 2 questions. The first one is, when we implemented ISO 9000 systems, a couple of decades back, or 1.5 decades back, there were the buyers who were insisting on that. Are you an ISO 9000 company?
Right.
So we were forced to adapt the modern, documentation procedures. Right. I say, kuch hai kya, where our manufacturing units will be forced to adapt this industrial, smart manufacturing practices. What is the incentive for the people to invest so much? on this, because as you said, no, it's a time-consuming process is one, and it needs a lot of resources and iteration. That is the question one.
Yep. No, my
Another
answer.
question is that your platform. Please go ahead, sir.
No, no. First question, my answer is that there is no regulation or no compliance framework has been set up. In fact, someone was asking that it will be a good to establish a framework, because Abhimanyu, again, question is mainly the large organization, and because it is a competitive advantage. So to have a competitive advantage, as you have to have, because if you are a service organization, you don't have a choice, you have to go and implement it. But there is no rules or framework which can bind it at this time.
Understood, sir. So my second question is, you addressed it. My second question is that you have done so much research and other things. There may be a similar or part of your application useful for other companies. Can we utilize it on a serviceable basis or a charge basis or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. So no problem. We can utilize, because see, what happens is that this IoT and smart manufacturing practice also comes under my boss, because I report to the manufacturing head. So anything we can collaborate, and there is no problem there, because finally, again, when you say finally, the new world is a collaborative world. Alone, you can't have all the technology. Alone, you can't have all the financial acumen. So finally, it has to be a collaborative world.
So I have some questions,
Yeah,
Rajan.
thanks.
One is that I always thought that L&T is a software company, but here you have to deal with hardware items. You have to install sensors. You have to work on machines. Somebody has
Yeah.
to go to the factory, install the sensor, get the output, have a connectivity of that sensor to your system or to the cloud. So all this, who does that in your organization?
So,
Is there a separate organization for this?
now, I will take it at 2, 3 steps, Haris. In LTI, we have a lab. We have a lab in Chennai, but we are not so good in this. As you said, we are good in software. We are not good in the hardware part of it. And I will tell you what happened. And this connected batteries, which I'm working for Clarios, we are supposed to have the first truck go live 1 month back. But what happened is that the gateway we procured and did the connection and did the testing was not authorized by Mexican government, and so we are not knowing. So when we went to get the permission, and they said, Mexican business said that no, this gateway is not allowed in Mexico, then we have to again find an alternative gateway. So you are right, but again, we have our own infrastructure. We have a lab set up in Chennai where we are doing all this. Second point is that we have this next is Harris is a company incubated in L&T. Okay. Currently, it is under LTI Mindtree. This is next is a company where we have all the connected products. We have 3 labs. We're working, because this started from L&T. L&T is all connections, all that has happened from Next. And why Next? I will tell you why Next. Because we found that if you go to a big company, they charge a bomb. So we felt that we should have our own gateways, own sensors. So that is where we started. But that is the answer, sir. So we don't have a big
So, no, I
capability.
understand. So,
Yeah.
okay, I understand that. But see, there is one item which is hardware. You have to install sensors. I mean, the sensors and IoT devices, etc., etc.
Right,
The
sir.
other is somebody has to go and install it on the machine.
Yeah.
So there are these two aspects, which is connecting the software to the device, to the manufacturing unit, and in between there are these two layers. One is actual hardware of sensors, and somebody what do you call, service agency, which needs to go there on the machine and install it.
Yeah.
Why I'm asking all this is because we could collaborate in this area.
Yeah. No, this is a good area we can collaborate, because again, I will answer you in infrastructure, Haris, in our infrastructure business, IT infrastructure. There is two parts. One is infrastructure support service modernization. One is end user services. Because if I am supporting end user services, end users means if a person's laptop or desktop or machines or any desktop at their plant gets not working, I have to go and fix it. Okay. So we have a team which works, but for North America, South America, and Europe, we have different partners. We have tied up. We have one partner in US because we can't afford to have people in every citizen of the US. But definitely here we can partner. That is. But for IT, sir, you are right. For IoT, we don't have. In fact, sir, I will tell you, we are the partner of Johnson Control for OpenBlue. So we are working with them. One up there asked that, can you guys do not only the software part, also the installation part? Okay. And if you search OpenBlue, you'll see it is a very complicated architecture. So we can collaborate, sir. I will talk to you separately.
Yeah, I will talk about this subject. And there's a third layer, which means, how to, so there is a hardware, there is a installation of it, but, all this data needs to travel on some 5G devices, on some waves. So somebody has to provide you those Wi-Fi or the 5G waves.
Right.
So, all these three layers in between your software and the customer is something which we can work on. So we'll discuss this and see if we can come out with some collaborative way of working together.
And as a my responsibility, I'm more responsible for my clients. I'm for discrete manufacturing, mainly for P&L. Everyone asks me, "Kitna growth hai? Kitna tera EBIT hai?" But because of my interest in this manufacturing, I go into the little details and track, and my interest to research also in the smart manufacturing.
Very good. So we'll have more discussion because this is not over, and you have lots to show us and lots to discuss. We will do it separately. And any other questions, what we will do is we will send it to you over email or over WhatsApp.
And I have a very good technical architect who is also we call him as a scientist. So any more technical discussions, I can get him for a technical round.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Rajan. I thank you profusely.
My mistake. Haris sir left, but thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for attending this session, and we are highly enlightened. In fact, during my visit to Chennai, I definitely would like to work in these areas because there are a lot of commonalities what we see as a progressive, right? And since we are taking up servicing, then we can really, as Hariji told, we can really work with the aspects of reaching your products or working with you in some way or other.
Pathak sir is back. So Pathak sir,
thank you very much for accepting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So thanks everyone.
Thanks a lot, Rajan. As I said, we'll be working together on this and see if there is a possibility of working together with your business. And thanks for taking time out. And it was wonderful to have this discussion. We are really working on this area as one of our verticals, and it's an eye opener that what all things LTI does in this area.
Right.
Thanks a lot. And thanks everybody for joining in this meeting.
Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure. It is really my pleasure to be there with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Rajan sir. Thank you, everyone.